follow you guys and I've, checked out your website and stuff, and you guys have a big team. And you can say, oh, well, you also have a lot of AUM, right? But relative to AUM, yes, it's a lot of assets, but you also, in my opinion, have an even bigger team, which shows you guys are investing, like you said, into the company, poising it for, you guys are seeing a way bigger picture. People who think you're big now, I mean, the way that you guys are investing into the business, I see a much bigger picture. So I'd be curious to know if I'm right, and if, like, how you guys are thinking about growing the team and investing into the business for a bigger future.
Yeah, no, thanks, Rob. Appreciate you saying that. Because honestly, so like the last 12 to 18 months, obviously there's been distress in the market, right? Like with interest rates going up, you have a lot of syndicators that have been doing capital calls, there's been foreclosures, and syndicator has become like a dirty word. There's like a negative connotation. And I honestly get pissed off now when people, I don't even want to be called a syndicator. Like I don't want to be associated with it because we feel like we've built a real private equity company. Like we have 2 offices. Like we bought our office building. We have a 21,000 square foot building in Scottsdale that we own. The 3 of us bought it ourselves. And we have 80 to 90 corporate full-time staff that has to be there every single day. We have no remote workers. We have over 240 full-time employees. We have an office in Dallas, and we have, when I hear syndicator, I think of some guy that lives in a different state running a property from his couch.
Yeah,
with
his mom's basement.
Yeah,
he went
exactly.
to, someone, miscellaneous boot camp, fly-by-night syndicator, got super motivated, bought a deal, got ripped off because he didn't know what a good deal looks like, somehow raised money from his, whoever he could raise it from.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, oh, well, maybe it didn't go well, right? As opposed to a legitimate organization and infrastructure and ecosystem which you created.
Yeah, no, and a credit to you guys. You guys have done the same thing. You guys have built infrastructure. You guys are like a real firm. And I think there needs to be a delineation. And again, not to bash him, because we started out that way. You have to start out somewhere, right? But it's like when you're getting the results, you want to be recognized that way. So to answer your question, Rob, then I'll pass it to Bikram, is that, this sounds ridiculous. People say like, hey, what's your goal or whatever. Our goal is to be the biggest and greatest real estate company of all time. Like we want to be bigger than Blackstone.
I love that.
And we don't want to hit a goal that will just set a goal that will hit. And then we feel like you're empty or complacent. You know what I mean? Like we want to have a goal so big that we just continue to stay hungry. So we really don't feel like we've achieved anything. And the biggest criticism that we've faced since we started is, oh, you guys have been lucky to be in an up market. You haven't faced a downturn, right? Well, we're facing a downturn right now. And we look at this as a big challenge because we feel confident we'll get through it with no capital calls, preserve investor capital. Because there was a lot of deals at the end of 21, early 2022. In hindsight, we bought at the peak of the market, right? And we bought floating rate debt and interest rates skyrocketed, but we've been cranking renovations to kind of get those deals back on track.